My name is Rhapsody, his name is Reto of Retromation, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. Woo!
Woo!
We missed like shopping for the whole first day.
That's what I was just about to say.
We
were doing stupid talking.
Ugh. This isn't a series about talking. This is a series about pro plays here in Stardew Valley.
It's true. When does Robin's open? Because I mean,
9?
I think we should probably go figure out how much it costs to do that stuff.
All right, I'll drop all of. Hang on, before you leave, I will drop all of the wood and hardwood that I have on me.
Wow.
And
wow, that should be plenty. Okay, here's hoping it's not 300. Otherwise, are you against me just buying the remainder of the stuff?
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Because it's 207, I have a feeling that it might be 300.
Anything is fine. The placement would just, be near what's currently on the farm already.
Yeah. Near the chickens on Turtle Island?
Mm-hmm. That'll do perfectly for it. I'm also going to make sure we know exactly what crops we want. So it's corn, eggplant, pumpkin, and yam. I think that's actually all we need from the season, as well as a bunch of quality pumpkins. So I'm going to get a ridiculous amount of pumpkins.
Oh.
What's she charging?
Why is Robin? She's I'm in, but she's not. She's in bed still. Wake up, Robin. Is she off on Tuesdays? What's going on?
I have no clue, unfortunately. Could not tell you for the life of me.
Robin.
Robin.
Okay, she woke up. Why are you closed?
The public demands to know.
No, she's leaving. No, Robin. Oh my God.
I'm afraid
if you need any materials or blueprints, my shop is the place you're looking for. Then why are you closed? She's running away.
She doesn't want us to have pets on the farm. It's rude, frankly.
Robin hates animals. I hate Robin.
It is time to till all of the soil. Do you have... No, wait, there are no upgraded hoes. Yikes.
Nope.
Well, that's going to be a frustration. We also need to start trying to get these iridium sprinklers.
Oh, yeah. That's a nice time getting those.
Does Krobus sell one, like, every Friday?
Every Friday. Yes. Every Friday. But we do not have access to the sewers yet.
We don't, but we're not that many artifacts off.
Oh, okay.
So I think that could actually be something we get in like the next couple days. Although for those kinds of things, we come back to the same sentiment that started this conversation, which is we have no upgraded hoes.
It's true. Oh boy. I was trying to find Penny to give my first gift of the dang series because it's her birthday and I have an emerald, but
perfect.
Can't find her.
Probably over in Gunter's museum.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do it. I don't know why, but I will.
It might be important. It won't be important later. I was trying to find a reason for you. I struggled, friend. I'm sorry about it.
It won't be important later. It would be important if the goal was actually the race to love, like we were going to do. But it's not. Unless it is, and we're both just really bad at it.
Actually, no, it is, and I'm really good at it. I didn't tell you that it was, and I've just been slowly working on Linus. What do you mean Linus isn't romanceable?
Oh, man. All right. 2 hearts. 2 hearts. Is that more than you have with anybody?
I believe so. Yeah, I've got 1 with Haley and 1 with George.
I was at 0, and then you give a gift on their birthday, and you skyrocket.
Mm-hmm. Apparently also doing the beach, the luau thing, actually gets you a huge amount if you put a quality ingredient in. Yeah, with everyone.
Yeah. When is that? Did we already pass it?
We passed it, and we didn't even get a notification on the day that it happened.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
I
it's
got
like
an
the
email.
11th of summer or something like that.
Oops.
Exactly.
Oops.
We've got our next crop of
I have a
melon jelly up, though.
feeling- Okay. I have a feeling we both did it during our individual solo series. Go watch those if you want to see us pay attention to the story, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you did. You probably did a little more than you did here, I would assume, right?
Oh, yeah,
You did
yeah,
some
definitely.
socializing, right?
I was I was very intent to 100% the game for a very long period of time until they kept adding things, and I was like, these are moving the goalposts. I'm out. Actually, I'll tell you the thing that stopped me from 100%ing the game was I think it's Festa's challenge. It was rough to play at the time. The secret arcade game in Gus's. Because there's a challenge where you do that whole thing without taking a hit or without using a bullet, or I don't actually remember what it was. But I do remember that it was frustrating enough that I disabused myself of the notion that I was doing a 100% achievement series, and that ended the series effectively.
Okay.
It was the last thing I needed to do.
I just had my 2-heart event with Penny, and it was the one with Linus, and she was basically saying like, "What do you think it's like to grow old?" And then I said that I'd like to die young, and now she's worried for me. So
You've worried Penny.
So,
how
that's
dare
fine.
you?
That's okay. I'm also playing Journey of the Prairie King, so. Can you play co-op Journey of the Prairie King?
I do not know. You know what? I'm coming to find out.
Oh, I died. I know you can. You probably can't. But there's that one quest, the one heart event with Abigail, where you can play co-op with her. But I mean, I hate to break it, she's not real.
What? Abigail?
She's real.
Yeah, she's real to me.
She's very real. You know what would be cool is if you could just like watch over my shoulder. You know? Like
and then just
like
have a
an
button
arcade
to
game.
backseat game you.
Yeah. Oh, this game's good. Enter the Gungeon in Stardew Valley? Exclamation question mark.
I mean, the game was revamped. It's now actually completely different. It used to be much worse.
What, Enter the Gungeon?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The after update really made that game. Before that, I don't know who would possibly do content on that game at that point.
Oh yeah, 970 episodes.
I think 400 for me.
What the heck is this upgrade? Oh my gosh, it's a wagon wheel. Now there's a bandoiler.
Hell yeah!
Cool.
Oh, is it bandoiler? Wait, I think I've asked you this before.
I don't know. Have you?
I always went with a pretentious pronunciation of bandolier.
Oh, I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's almost certainly me because I read it in a book once and I was like, this is probably how this word is said. And then cemented
I
it.
like it that way. Honestly, like when I'm just trying to be fun, I pronounce things that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Bandolier. It's just more fun to say.
It is.
Oh, I was doing so good.
The French have their phonemes right.
It's true.
Huh! Found an extra one man. Perfect.
Oh, you're playing too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode's just gonna be both of us playing this game for a while. Sweet.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, all of the plants are
Doing it.
already planted. They're down. It's all good.
I mean, Robin doesn't want our money. We're doing the Gungeon ended. Gungeon walked so Journey of the Prairie King could run.
Mm-hmm. This is the new Reto and Rhaps Race to the Past series. So dead again.
Oh my god, there's a shop?
Yeah. That's what the
I got
money's for.
Boots. I've never played this long.
You've been missing out.
Like, it's more in depth than I thought. That is for sure. I'm impressed. Most of these are like arcade games that they always throw in as like bonus games in these. They just like, they don't put this much heart into it.
Mm-hmm. It is very Enter the Gun dungeon.
Yes, very Enter the Gun dungeon. Which is another one that, like, you know, they put more effort into it than I anticipated, considering it was completely a joke.
Yeah. You gotta
With a price
love a
tag.
high effort joke.
Yeah. A high effort joke that, like, surpasses non-jokes with their, like, level of polish is so funny to me. I love it.
Pretty sure that's Devolver's company motto.
Yeah, I think it might be. But what's that one? Like, whoa, jeez. Totally accurate battlegrounds. Like, they literally made, it was like the ragdoll, weird, goofy, googly eye battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like intentional, like supposed to be just like a full on joke. And then everybody liked it so much, and they're like, oh shoot, now we have to support the servers. Now we have to actually develop this because people like it.
Yep. I mean, that's got to be the best position to be in, though. I did this as a joke, and now it's my job.
Yeah. I think Battle Right Royale was originally pitched as a joke at one point. Or no, that was the Path of Exile. Path of Exile had like some kind of Battle Royale thing as a joke. Oh, hey. But then they announced it as one of their like seasonal event things that they do and made it real, I think.
Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna scrub out of this game and die much earlier than you are, because I'm only on my one man left.
I'm already done.
Oh!
I died.
That's fine. I'm dead. Hang on, 0 man counts as a man. We're fine. I got another round of this.
Extra death defy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feed the chickens?
I did, and I pat them. Pretty much everything on the farm should already be done. Maybe have a look to see if any of the trees have grown. Just because I don't know when those are coming up. Forgot what season they're for. One of them might be for spring, and we only get it in the start of the next year, effectively, is that right?
Ooh. Wait, so where are they all planted?
Bottom left of the map.
Bottom left. Bottom of the left to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're grown, but none are produced in anything.
Oh my good giddy gosh.
But I don't know.
I-
Oh god, I passed out.
Oh no! I was about to say, did I die? What happened here? But no, I just passed out playing games. Again.
Yeah, again. It's gonna be gonna rack up 8 hours on hours played on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I do that occasionally.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah. I don't know, but also some of that time I am just up all night playing the same game.
That's why whenever I see a bunch of hours show up on your stuff, I'm like, was it really? Did you really play it? That's why I always ask.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really play it, or did you pass out?
I definitely did with Spellsword Dungeon card tops.
Dungeon card, sword stop, gift shop, swords.
Craft.
Are you gonna?
Royale.
Did you decide if you're gonna do more than one of it, or did you?
It might be a discussion with the developer and publisher about doing more.
Is that the thing?
Yep. I can't confirm anything, obviously. But that is yes, that is the thing that you think I'm referring to.
That doesn't mean like that could mean anything.
It could mean anything
right?
to anyone, but I believe you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's real neat. Although that would be streaming rather than the series.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Might drum up more hype if you. I've been thinking of that. Like, just like what would happen if one day I was just like, okay, this series is canceled, but it's a streaming game. Come watch me play it over here. Oh, I'm always wondering if that would drum up extra hype for the streaming or something. Or I don't know.
I guess it depends. What?
Yeah.
Is there a series in particular that you would be doing that with?
Oh no, nothing particularly in mind, but it's just like every time I cancel something, I'm like because every time I cancel something, I'm like, I don't like really want to cancel this, but I also do. Like I don't want to cancel this as much as it's like I want to play something else.
Yep.
So it's like no, I can't. I don't know. There's very few times where I've like canceled a series that is just like because I don't want to play it. Because I usually do a really good job of filtering out garbage before I play it. There's very few times where I play games and then I'm like, this is bad, because usually if I don't know, I feel like, you know, us doing this for a certain amount of time, you gain a garbage sniffer.
Yeah.
You know, by looking at screenshots and stuff, you can usually get the vibes pretty quickly, or how they choose to present it, or how they choose to describe it. You can usually.
Definitely, like it'll take like a couple seconds looking at an email before I know whether or not this is something I need to look into deeper, and then it'll probably take about, I want to say 30 minutes after loading up the game, and not very few games make it to that second one, but 30 seconds of loading, 30 minutes of loading up the game before I'm like, yeah, this is a series or it isn't.
Yeah, I don't know, So I'm just like, all my series, I'm usually disappointed that I have to cancel. Like, I don't know.
If I had infinite time, I would be running infinite series. I am never happy to cancel a series. Right now, I wish I was doing 6 daily series, and I like, and I need it, like, because there's so much stuff that I'm just skipping over too, because I just don't have time. Yep. But 350 wood and 150 stone, and she is open today. I will quickly check the price of the barn actually, because we are running a little low. What with all of the stuff I bought? No, 6,000. We're fine.
Oh, cool. You have all the stuff. You have all the stone.
No. I think that's all on you. That's why I'm informing you. It's just I happen to be in this area at the moment.
Where did I put the wood? Okay, there we go. So it's hardwood, regular wood, and stone? That's it?
No, it's just regular wood and stone for the barn.
No hardwood?
No
what
hardwood.
Steel. No hardwood.
Not even an iron bar, nary a single copper.
Spare a crust of copper?
Spare a crust of copper for our crow.
Do you rewatch any of your videos? I think we've talked about this. Do you rewatch any?
When I have no internet, and I have videos stored on my hard drive, occasionally I'll be like, look, I need to listen to something while I go to sleep. This is gonna be it. I've been doing that with podcasts recently, so I've completely avoided that. I mean, if I'm checking a video for like a title or something like that, or especially if it's a collaborative series and I remember there was a joke that I really wanted to rehear, then I'll scrub forward to that, and then I won't always end the video afterwards. Yeah.
I mean, like I'll obviously scrub through all my videos for my titles. Like some of them, if it's obvious, I just put it in my file name. So I'm like, okay, I upload this and it's in the automatic title, so I just know what it is.
Yep.
But then half the time I'm just like, I don't know, I'll figure it out later. So I do it for that. But for I rewatch basically almost every. Probably at this point half the time because we're doing a lot now. Almost every collaborative video I do to like I don't know, just like rehear because you're in you're in it, but like you miss stuff in a way, like just you get to replay social situations you're in. And you're like, oh man, what they said was really funny and I didn't hear it properly, or something.
I've definitely been in that position before, and there's also the added thing of the like anxiety can like warp memory and how something actually went down, and then going back to actually no, that was fine. No one took issue with that at the time and didn't cause like weird atmosphere. I just felt that in my head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. I just popped down the barn right by the exactly right by the chicken coop because I thought maybe we could just extend out the fences that way.
Perfect. Do you have any excess wood?
I have the hardwood.
Right. Because I do have some fencing. It's just I don't have the ability to make gates. Yeah.
Okay, I'll make gates.
Cool. We'll probably only need 2 of them.
I'll make precisely 2 gates. No more, no less.
Perfect. For doing this, I will award you with...
Ah!
Instantly. Not even a second thought.
There.
Perfect.
Thumbs up. Ooh, did a music note, but it looks like it's a thumbs up. I'm confused.
I don't think we're petting our chickens enough, just because they have no hearts with us, which means I think the hearts are related to whether or not they create larger eggs, right?
I think so, but I think, you know what? I think it's because we aren't closing the door at night.
Oh, what? Oh, I didn't even know that affected that.
Yeah, because it makes it cold in there, I think. At least I thought. I'm pretty sure.
That's my bad. I've been leaving that open constantly. Not only here, but in my solo, like, off-camera playthrough.
I might be wrong. But I do know that one problem with sometimes closing is if they're not all in... I don't even know if I want to say it's sad. If they're not all inside when the night happens and you accidentally closed one out, they may or may not have the potential to be eaten by wolves.
Sorry, did you say go and have a tea party with wolves and never come back?
Exactly. Leave and never come back because they found a happier life somewhere else.
Exactly. I'm glad.
On a different farm upstate.
I'm frankly happy for them. I got that treatment as a kid. Our first dog Murray had very, very high medical bills for quite a while, and then suddenly there was a farm that was better at taking care of him than we were. And then I appreciate that at the time, and I eventually figured it out because of like there were jokes that kind of just warned me effectively.
Yeah.
Like people doing the
sitcoms said that.
Exactly, the whole farm upstate storyline in every sitcom, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what happens, but I never brought it up. But then our second dog, because I think my parents knew by that point that I'd known, and I was still probably only 12 at this point, my parents came into my room weeping in the morning and just told me what had happened, and I was like, oh, I'm not emotionally developed enough to deal with this yet.
Yeah, I wish I got the farm upstate. I got the cold hard facts when I was really young, and but it was I don't know. I think at a certain age, I think doing the farm up state's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there's like a hard cutoff where it's important. Reality is also present.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's definitely like a large place for white lies.
Yeah.
At least I find.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry for the incredibly depressing topic that we've managed to find our way into. I do apologize for that.
Hello. Yeah. Hey, whoa.
You want to hear something that's like
jokes lately?
Hey. Play the fart sound. That's a fart sound of that's a fart of a tugboat.
Yeah, let's
Perfect. I have actually for a really long time wanted to get one of those. They used to be thought of as gimmicky, but those streamer decks that have. Oh, I'll come back. Yeah. Those streamer decks that have the inbuilt soundboard.
Yeah. I want one.
I still do. Like everyone else seems to have stopped and thought of it as a gimmick, but I would put so many inside jokes in it that I would eventually be like Maddie just like slapping down on all of the different buttons rather than recording an episode, and it would just create the whole thing.
I'm for it.
There was actually a podcast. Are you familiar with Invisible?
No.
It's a podcast about design. It's quite interesting, but it's very dry. And there's another podcaster called Justin McElroy who does My Brother and Me and a couple other different projects, but is very very funny and performative in tone. So for a podcast festival, Justin pre-recorded a bunch of lines and then had the host of Invisible talk about a design issue, and Justin was his guest and could only use the things that were on the sound panel. And you can watch it on YouTube. I highly, highly recommend it. But all of them are so broad, but perfect for the use cases. So he's just sitting there, just like nodding along, and then presses a button that says, yes, that's interesting. Expand upon that.
That's good. Oh, I love that.
I can do that for a whole collab.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Ooh.
Sounds great.
That's the power of melon jelly right there.
That's great.
For the moment, though.
Send this episode to a farm up state.
Exactly. For a moment, though, I am sorry to have to tell you all that we found an estate that's actually going to be better capable and prepared for taking care of the end of this episode. So you're not going to see them again. We look, maybe we'll be able to discuss in the future going to visit this episode, but at the moment, they had to go away. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.